Hello everybody, Monte here, and today we're playing a little bit more Railway Empire. If you caught last episode, we started off the campaign and did Chapter 1, but this time we're going to be starting off in free mode and hitting up the west. That's right, the west. You also have the northwest, which doesn't really cover Seattle. That's the one thing that I've just recently noticed was no love for Maine. No love for Seattle, so if you're up there... I mean, Maine, there's not much up there. Ooh, burn. But you're missing the Portland of the Maine and the Seattle of the Washington. Anyway, moving on. We're going to hit up the west, I think, for this free mode. It's a region is bordered by the Pacific Ocean, Rocky Mountains. You got the Grand Canyon. We've got the Sierra Nevadas. So we've got Nevada, Arizona, California, Oregon, a little bit of Idaho, some Colorado, Wyoming, all kinds of cool stuff. That's what we're going to be jumping into. Ooh, Death Valley as well. So as you can see, you can choose your starting location in free mode. You can start, we're going to be able to choose what year. We're going to be able to choose how many competitors. And I am definitely going to be starting in Portland, Oregon with a normal AI level and realistic rail networks. Also on the news, just today, on the news of Railway Empire.
Isn't my uniform fabulous?
It is fabulous.
I designed it myself.
I like your little toy train as well. The community has requested that pause function, and the pause function is going to be put into the game. It got put into the beta, not yet the press copy, so we're not going to be seeing it today. But just so you guys know, the pause feature will be joining
found what you're looking for,
us.
partner.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna go with the lady this time. Try something a little bit different. Plus, because then we don't have to deal with Beatrix von Pomp, who will be myself, dealing with her shenanigans. We will be the shenanigan maker as the lady. Plus, I want to deal more with passengers and mail. I've been reading. That's right. Yesterday, I didn't get any recording done, but I did get some time in the manual.
Good luck with your new company. As always, pay attention to your tasks in this region and don't take your eyes off your two opponents.
All right. So even though this is free mode, you do get a tasks list, which you don't have to stand by. But again, free mode, it's still just playing the 20 years. But I'm going to start in 1830, and my other main purpose of this free mode campaign is to show off the research tree from 1830 on. You can go ahead and start free mode in 1850 or 1870, I think, or something weird. There's other ones you can get to. Ooh, some of these trains are going to be cool. Plus, I think we have a special skin for the Super Hudson. Yes. Here's the tech tree in all its glory for what we are going to be exploring from the 1830s. You know what? Maybe we can just keep playing beyond 20 years. I'm not going to speak before I've done that. So we'll see. That's what we're doing here, right? We're just playing free play and exploring. Now, I don't want to be looking too much at this stuff. Oh, it is paused. Look at that. Paused in the menu. Okay, so maybe they did start adding it a little bit. Tips and tricks. This is really good information. I spent about 20 minutes yesterday reading through everything. So I have a little bit more knowledge. I'm not going to go through and read all of this on camera, but I am going to try to touch on it every once in a while because it does answer a lot of deeper questions on how the game is played and the purpose. One thing that is important is the about the game. I probably should have featured this one last episode, but it does explain how you have 20 years to take control of your railway company, knock out the competition, and all that good stuff. This goes into really good details on how you need to use warehouses to transfer goods. I'm going to be trying to take advantage of that. And it's also talking about the importance of having freight and express trains, which is passenger and mail, separated, because you want to be moving those express goods a lot faster. So I'm going to be also prioritizing separating those out as well. And big things like messing around with our company, quarterly reports. We can actually do buying out of our competitors. So there is that, as well as trading company shares. So we buy them out and create a merge, and bada boom, bada bing, we go like that. Beyond that, there is also banking activities. to where you can play the stock market. So if you know you're going to all of a sudden be working on the food industry, maybe you want to trade some shares, right? And later in the game, maybe you want to more focus on consumer goods and industrial goods. I don't know, and I'm sure I'm probably going to forget about the stock market quite a bit. You can also issue yourself bonds, which is like 10% of the value of your company. So a lot of these things from those old style railroad tycoon games coming in strong here. So we want to just keep on going here. And I'm going to be starting in the hometown of, well, not my hometown, but our hometown in the game is going to be Portland, Oregon. See, I want it to pause, pause button. Nothing's pausing it right now. 20 passengers waiting and 18 mail waiting. And it shows you that everything is being transported by coach. The purpose of this game is the goods are already there. All we want to do is provide a faster way, better way of transportation, which is by going by train. It does look like for Portland we have the option of choosing what we would want. We could go with an industry such as a brewery or meat industry or something of that nature. One thing that I do want to point out is it does look like most of the goods, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong if you guys are playing it, it looks like even reloading the map, the goods are not randomizing, so the goods are where they are. Which makes sense for this type of game. You know, the wood is always going to be in the forest, in the normal area between Portland and things like that. I'm going to pause as we talk as well. It does look like we're getting some personnel in. I'm going to try to keep up with this as well, and then it unpauses the game. I'm going to stop talking about that because I know they're going to fix it. Looks like down here, this could be like Klamath Lake up here, something like that, heading down into California. I'm trying to game plan here. Looks like where we're going to get a lot of our fruits, meats, veggies, all those good things. California is ripe for agricultural endeavors right here. Looks like we're going to be able to ship those cows down to Los Angeles. Ooh, someone already else is. No bueno. Anyway, we're going to have to get started against this competition. First thing we got to do, build a station in our hometown. I'm going to go with a regular train station. Shift key, rotate. Gotta love that. And then I'm going to go with another train station down here in Eugene. All right. Ooh, we even got a conductor. Now that we're building track, we're paused. And things are going to be mighty fine. Now, because in this free mode series, it's going to be a little bit different than the chapters. The chapters I'm going to try to do like movies, man. They're going to be like hour-long episodes, or have the potential to be. Free mode's going to be a little bit different. It's definitely going to be cut into shorter videos, and I'm going to try to keep up like I do on my other series, such as like Transport Fever and such and the likes. Yes, this looks good. We're going to buy this track. We're going to buy a train, which, lovely. It's 1830, so all we've got is the grasshopper. But it will do. It will do. We have a conductor. He's stubborn. But that is what it is. Relations. Did I hire him? I'm going to hire him. Cool. Cool. And then we got to set up the line. So we're going to go from Portland. And we're going to go to Eugene here. Bada boom. And that is our first line, folks. We could set this to express goods only. But we are going to go ahead and keep it automatic for now. Go ahead and hit that save and exit button to make sure that little train car actually drops on in somewhere. Which, yep, there he is. In this game, one thing we got to pay attention to is adding a supply tower. And I am going to have Portland already drop down an upgrade on the station to get a construction, to construct a maintenance building. I think that'll be helpful. Just to keep this train on the up and up. And research, we're going to have 40 per month, which is good, so innovation points are on the way. And then we're going to get some choices here. It looks like we're going to be able to go up route, which is covered freight cars, Bell's detonator, cow catchers, speedometers. Okay, some cool stuff, man, that we're going to have to be dealing with here. And you know what? That makes me wonder. If I click on this train and I go manage Oh, I do have a speedometer, even though I don't really have the speedometer unlocked yet. Interesting things, interesting things. But we got to get more goods coming into these places here. Eugene and Portland. Ah, look, without me buying it, they did go ahead and build a brewery here. I'm wondering if I should have jumped on that and bought this myself when I had the chance. You can buy the industry right here, but it gets expensive, and you bid on it, and it's an auction. So I probably should have jumped in on this, actually. I didn't think about that. Things I didn't think of. So we've got to get some grain from the Lee farm up. We've got food. And we have wood coming over here. So we've got some options. So I think I'm going to be bringing stuff in. I don't need that movie, and I don't need that movie, and I probably don't need that information. I think I'm going to build like a warehouse. That's right. We're going to be building a warehouse, bringing goods into the warehouse, and then training out. Wondering how to do the wood and the food, but we'll get there when we get there. First things first, let's go ahead and get this small station built down here. Very nice. Now, how do I want to... Ooh, that's expensive. Because I'm going to want to build a warehouse straight out and across. There's some... Wow, that's some incline. No joke. 5%, 1%, 2%, 3%. It's not bad. We're gonna go on which track? Which track? That one, the 4% incline track. And that is looking good. I do actually want this guy to connect there. That's looking good. That's looking good. I'm still not sure if we can set the... hold on. We have an auction here. Starting bid. Oh, dang it. That got expensive. But what this does is if we can buy the auction... Let's see how this works. The auction is over.
Still balance after the auction?
And... ta-da, we got it. So we unlock the technology without having to use our innovation points. That is quite cool. And we can't unlock this until we unlock 3 technologies before. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock the covered freight wagon. That's going to be good. And this stuff down here is more mail and passenger. So that's what you can kind of do. You can either focus freight, focus passenger. We're going to spread the love just to really keep on that. We don't need any signal knowledge at the moment. And that's going to be pretty good. So let's test out the next ordeal here. I'm going to buy another train. Rail cars, we don't have any of this researched yet, which is okay. We'll get there. We'll get there. What I want to do is just go from Lee Farm to Eugene. Now, what we're hoping here is that can this guy bring grain up to, so we're making 2.4 per week, and it's going by covered wagon, but we're changing that. We're going to have a train on the line. You know, this makes me now realize I probably should have built the maintenance shed in Eugene due to the fact that I'm going to have this train coming in. Everything's coming into Eugene right now. I wonder if I get any kind of money back for blowing this guy up. No? Doesn't look like it, so I'm just not even going to mess with that right now. But this is looking good. Lots of grain. But what I'm wanting to see is, will the grain transfer... Come on now, how do I get out of that? Will the grain transfer to... We got 2.5 in supply at the moment. To the other city. Weekly demand all cities. Weekly production. So we'll see how this goes. All right, there's that grain getting dropped off, which is pretty cool. And then we have, we've got this guy coming on in with his little tiny cars right there. Looks like a lot of, a lot of passengers and one wagon of mail. I think it's 40 passengers in each wagon. Maybe. That's what I think I got from the tips and tricks yesterday. So now let's see if he only picks up, because he's only got room for it, mail and passengers. Oh, nope, see, the grain does not get transferred this way, because I know all that grain didn't get used, and that train's not full. Is it? Hold on. No, that train's definitely not full. Portland to Eugene. Dang it. So, let's see how we're going to do this. How are we going to do this? I'm still getting a little lost on what to click here. So let's see. Information. We now have 9.9 grain. We'll see if this transfers. We'll keep an eye on it. If not, that's my point, is we're going to have this grain either go to a warehouse and then transfer, or keep on just passing up Eugene and going all the way straight up to Portland. But again, I don't want to mix my freight and express passengers and mail lines just yet. Or I might flip that. I might have to mix it a little bit early, but I definitely don't want to do that for the long term. Coming in here right up front. Right downtown. Nice little look. We got some passengers waiting on platform number 1. Looking pretty good. Oh, I love the outfits. Look at that. They're hanging out with their suitcases, and those are some nice details, I've got to say. Look at that. Someone, oh no, mysterious baggage left behind. That's no bueno. Get a look from behind. A nice little look at the smokestack going off into the distance there. That's quite interesting looking. Some of the earthworks that we've had done, and we're gonna whistle. Then I'm gonna close right out. I'm gonna center on the train. Look at him. Oops. Looking pretty cool. Check it, check it, check it. I still would love to zoom in, like, from where I'm at, like 50% more than where I'm at right now. Just, I'm not close. And ooh, those clouds, that looks nice. That steam looks real nice. Okay, Lee Farm, what you picking up? You picking up some grain? Picking up some grain. See, now notice, because that demand has shrunk immensely after those first pickups, that I've really kind of slowed down on picking up. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, see, 50% is now transported by train. We'll hopefully continue to keep moving this out.
Somehow, your trains don't run smoothly.
Oh no. They're just old trains, buddy. That's all. So yes, as you can see, the grain is definitely not being transported. I wanted to try that. I hope that does work out. Now, passengers is different. Passengers will go through multiple cities and stay on the train. So I think it's just a thing for freight, and I think it's the point is to push you to use the warehouse. So I tell you what, I wasted a lot of money and a lot of time. But I think this was a good, quick little see on what we want to have going. So I think I might have to do a little bit of rebuilding. Oh, we have the Pacific Ocean off on the side. Oh, Seaside, Oregon out here, Cannon Beach, Newport. Go to the casino or something. Anyway, I do have to cut it. Speaking of, this is kind of funny. I have to go get a Christmas tree, and I'm gonna go get a Christmas tree from right around here in real life. Like, that's kind of funny. And I'm about to go do that right now. So unfortunately, I got to cut this short, but you know, holidays call, and those things matter. But I really want to try to get one of these videos out at least every few days. All December. We're just going to have fun. But it's December 1st. Let's get this free play mode started. Portland, Eugene, we're going to knock out the West. We are going to take out the competition. And I'll catch you folks next time. Thanks for tuning in, and hope to see you guys next time. See you all in the comments. Maybe you guys can let me know a little bit more of which direction do you think we should focus our research. Looks like we've got some more innovation points to spend, like leaf spring suspensions. They're used on passenger cars to separate the wheels and axles from the rail car, making the passenger's journey significantly smoother. I'll buy that. Not a problem. And then we're going to have to buy personnel and put them on trains. So many things to do. But I'm going to have to reconnect these lines. I might even do a little fresh start, kind of build back to here. And compared to starting with the grain, I think I might start with the corn and have this delivered to both Portland and Eugene. We'll look at it. You guys let me know too. Now that we're looking at what we're looking at, I know I want to get, let's look at the demand before I let you guys go. I know I want to get some wood and I want to get some corn here. And of course we want to get some grain so we can get some brewing going. Because once we brew beer, check this out. Like Eugene, they want beer. Everyone wants a little bit of beer. They don't want a lot of it, but they want a little bit. And Portland is a fine place to produce some magnificent microbrews. And we're going to have that going. So that'll be something else we'll be able to transport on this line. Ship our microbrew beer down to Eugene. But, of course, we've got to get grain, all those things. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. And you guys keep on gaming. Monte Rico Gaming. Peace.